Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, CS Justin Muturi was on Citizen TV for an interview with Ayub Abdukadir. And Abdukadir repeated the questions that many have been asking as far as this issue of abduction is concerned in this country. Justin Muturi's son, Leslie, was among the youth who were abducted. But his son was only released after he reached out to President William Ruto personally at State House and faced him with the serious questions about his son, because he had inside information from the officers about where his son was. So he had the information that the NIS boss, Nurdin Haji, is the one holding his son and other Gen Zs. So Abdukadir again asked, did you really talk to the president and the president made a phone call to NIS boss concerning your son? Justin Muturi again explained it, that he did not even, that Ruto did not make a phone call away from him. He made the phone call in his presence when he was there. So Muturi is here again to confirm the person giving orders for Kenyans to be abducted.
And says, standing outside the pavilion, I heard the president ask Nurdin Haji, the Director General of the National Intelligence Service, if he was holding my son. Nurdin confirmed that indeed he was holding my son, and the president instructed him to release Leslie immediately. In fact, you say the president had joked, why would anyone arrest a young person over the Gen Z demonstrations? Give us a recap of how you reached out to the president, and what then happens to the families who you had seen at Nairobi Funeral Home who have no such a privileged access?
You know, first of all, that portion of standing outside the pavilion, I've seen it being misinterpreted by some people. Let me just make it absolutely clear.
Yes.
It is not just me. It is the president and I standing next to one another, next to each other. Because we were joking, we were laughing when I told him the story. And that's why he also jokingly said, well, surely, why would anybody arrest somebody in connection with the Gen Z demonstrations? And he gave me the examples of various leaders, including the gentleman who had just walked away, Mwangi Kiunjuri. He told me some relative of the head of public service. He told me a son of the former regional commander, Bungei. He's the president. It is not that I was hearing the president talking to somebody from a distance. We were standing next to each other. We were just conversing. Not like where you are and where I am.
Yeah.
No, this is too far.
Okay.
We were standing next to each other. Because I've known the president. He's generally a very jovial and entertaining person. So, and I was just told him, look, I sent you a text message last night at around 3 a.m. and it looks like you have not read it. From my phone, I'm seeing you have not read it. That's when he confessed to me that actually his phone had crashed.
Okay.
Yeah? And it was at that point that he asked one of the boys whether they had corrected the problem with his phone. Mm-hmm. And the young man who brought the phone told him, we have a bit. You can make a call, but you cannot send a message. That's when he asked for the phone.
Okay.
And made the call.
Now, as we continue with our panel discussion, just a quick request. For those who are watching this channel and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion.
Waziri, let's come to the events of Friday last week at the KICC. What do you make of the President William Ruto and the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga's political come we stay?
Well, I don't know whether it is political come we stay. I thought it was said to have been an MOU, a memorandum of understanding, which and some I had 10 items. I think most of which are things which are in the Constitution. But of course, sometimes in politics,
yeah.
You because everybody, remember, people are at liberty to coalesce. It's freedom granted in the Constitution. Freedom of association. So one party can decide to associate with another, do what they think is their common interests. Let me say,
yeah.
I was not quite. I didn't pay much attention to that thing because I was busy in this ministry.
Yeah.
And the things you see me doing out there in the field, those are the ones that I think they add value to, the lives of millions of Kenyans out there.
Yeah.
The work that I do, you see me visiting places like Lambwe Valley, place where you can do very good cotton, in Homa Bay. Place like Tarbo, place like Coast, where you can do a lot of farming, mushroom farming, Kilifi, and those, for me, that's the kind of thing that I felt was more important. So, can we stay on the MOU? Well, I think it is it's the right and the right of the parties involved.
Yeah.
And I wish them well.
Yeah.
I only hope,
yeah.
among other things, that it can address the issue of abductions and extrajudicial killings.
The last time
it can help.
When you
Now, Muturi was also asked the other question that why did you miss cabinet sittings like 3 times? That confirms that Muturi really, he has nothing to fear or worry about, including even being fired. He's not worried about that. And that he has been able to confirm that when he was missing these sittings, he was waiting William Ruto, the chair and the president, to convene a cabinet sitting to discuss the issue of abduction. Sasa alimiss kwa sababu alikuwa anangojea abduction. Akamiss ingine, akamiss ya tatu. Mambo ya abduction haikuitwa. Today he's still here discussing the past and present as far as what he think, feel, and think of going forward, that this cooperation can at least stop abduction. Muturi is confirming to us that the issue of abduction is still live and kicking under this current administration of UDA. Mambo ya abduction bado yanaendelea. Kama hayaendelei, sidhani kama Mheshimiwa Muturi atapoteza muda wake akiongea kuhusu mambo ambayo tayari serikali ishayatatua. So the issue of abduction is something this government is yet to find a solution for. They're still deep into that forceful disappearance. Sijuzi mmeona MCA amepatikana tortured, is really humiliated and warned not to speak about the ordeal that he went through. Naambia usiwahi ongea. So in as much Muturi is in this cabinet, what he is telling us on camera is that he will tell this cabinet the truth, even if they don't want to listen. And really, to show you how serious, determined, and courageous JB Muturi is, just look at the incident where he walked to State House to ask William Ruto about his son being released. Yani alienda kuitisha Ruto aachilie mtoto wake. Alijua yule ambaye ameshika mtoto wake ni William Ruto, ndiye amepeana hizo order. Because as a CS, he would have also walked to Nurdin Haji. But why did he walk to State House? Because that is where the orders were coming from. So you go with the person who is giving orders, but not the person implementing the orders given. So Muturi indirectly ametuambia, the person abducting our brothers and sisters, the person dealing with the forceful disappearance of our brothers and sisters is none other than his boss, the man whom we asked for his release of his son. That is now my conclusion. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section to continue with this discussion. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in our next video.